What's up guys, R.A.Moreno here. I'm doing a video here on another reaction. I haven't done a reaction video in a while, so I wanted to do one on August the Duck again. This one is R.A.Moreno is becoming a terrible influencer. This one is basically, so it's a TikTok video of a TikTok obsessed teen can't hold on a job or something, and then her dad tries to like make sure she's financially responsible, which is any good parent would do. So we're just gonna get right into it. I'll give my thoughts on it. So let's get to it.
Is there anything you're even passionate about?
Let's see. Does TikTok count?
Are you passionate about TikTok?
Yeah. It's one of the only things I'm passionate about.
Guys, today's gonna be a good one. It is taking everything in my power to not say the words "I told you so" right now because, well, I did. Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially beginning to witness the fall of R.A.Moreno, just as I predicted it would happen. A couple of years ago, when I first started talking about R.A.Moreno, I said that if he didn't eventually kind of dial back his content, make it more believable, improve the writing, make it more realistic, that eventually his audience is gonna grow up and in a few years they're gonna start seeing through it and they're not gonna like it anymore. And well, it's happening. Go on any R.A.Moreno video these days and instead of the top comments being "Dar never fails to disappoint us, oh my god, R.A.Moreno saved my family," it's stuff like, what is this video? This makes no sense. R.A.Moreno, this is too far. It seems like we've broken past the average age of the R.A.Moreno viewer being 9 and now we're in like that 11 and 12 range where humans begin to be cruel and cynical. And they are letting R.A.Moreno have it. But it doesn't really help when R.A.Moreno is releasing videos like "Teen Fired for TikTok Obsession." What happens next is shocking. Now look, I've watched more R.A.Moreno videos than I think I would be comfortable sharing with my doctor, and this one right here deserves an award. I think I'm gonna stop trying to individually label one video as the worst. Instead, I'm gonna start separating these R.A.Moreno videos into categories. And this one, if there was like a R.A.Moreno award show, would take the award for the worst possible message that an adult that many children look up to and respect and see as successful could give to children. For once, the title of a R.A.Moreno video lives up to its name. The message of this video is genuinely shocking. If you think this video is going to be about how it might be bad to be so obsessed with TikTok that you get fired, I'm not joking, you'd be wrong. You'll see. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Sabrina, get in here.
Why is there another package here for you?
Oh, yes, it came in. I've been waiting for this.
This is ridiculous. I swear all you do is waste your time on that dumb app just buying useless stuff.
Well, for one, these things aren't useless. It's cool stuff I found on TikTok.
You tell him, Sabrina. Dad, this is what we call a fidget spinner. Okay, Grandpa? I'm not sure if you've ever seen one, but they're freaking sick. So, definitely not useless. So, let's calm down.
I'm frustrated that she's wasting her money on useless things she finds on the internet.
All right. Can we just take this down a notch? Sweetheart, maybe you shouldn't spend so much money. At least try to save some of it. And maybe you cannot give her such a hard time. Like she said, it's her money.
Whoa, are you seriously encouraging her right now? Now, you know when I was her age, my dad made me pitch in for rent. And that taught me financial discipline. You know, maybe that's something that we need to start making her do.
All right, so I'm going to be on the dad's side for most of this video, but this is one thing I don't really understand that parents do. If your kid's over 18, okay, that's one thing, but if you're charging your teenage kid for rent, you're doing more harm than good. Have them pay for their food, their car, their insurance, that's what I had to do, but paying for rent? Don't have a kid if you can't afford to have them live with you. There are much better ways to teach financial responsibility. Plus, a teenager should have the freedom to do more than just go to school and go to work. If you're going to have a kid and do nothing but make their life miserable, just don't have one. We already all have to work from the age we're 18 until we die. The least you can do is give them a few extra years to enjoy not having to.
Yeah. Where's the lasagna? Is it ready?
Yeah, it should be.
It's still in the oven? That should have been done 10 minutes ago. You have got to be kidding me. It's overcooked. Now what are we supposed to do? The client is waiting. What do you want us to start all over again?
All right, what do we think this job is here, people? Is this like catering? What client needs a single lasagna? I mean, the obvious answer would be this is a restaurant, but calling a person at a restaurant a client, that just kind of sounds wrong. And why is she the only person in the entire kitchen? Yes, she shouldn't have been on TikTok, but it seems like you aren't running your kitchen that efficiently anyways, so kind of on you.
I'm so sorry, boss.
Sorry? Sorry doesn't fix the lasagna now, does it? This is not how I run my restaurant.
I understand. I didn't mean to. I was just distracted.
Oh, yeah. Distracted watching TikToks on your cell phone. I saw when I walked in. This is the third time, Sabrina. And the last.
Hand in your oven mitts, Sabrina, you have been chopped. Yeah, no, seriously though, if you burned 3 lasagnas because you can't get off TikTok, you should be fired and maybe sent to jail. I mean, that is 3 perfectly good lasagnas down the drain, and I can't personally stand for that.
Hey, sweetheart, what are you doing home? Shouldn't you be at work?
Honey, why don't you come in and we can...
No. Why is she here?
Well, you see, I got fired from my job today.
I knew it. This is the fourth job you've been fired from in less than a year.
Yeah, no, that's a criminal offense for sure. If you get fired from 4 jobs in 1 single year, I think you're just automatically banned from working. Like, I think that's the actual rule. You can't be fired once every quarter. That's just not how it works. Seriously though, this is the kind of behavior that is going to be praised by the end of this video. I'm not joking. Darman is going to paint this all positively. Not once will he ever say in this video that you shouldn't be so obsessed with TikTok that you can't hold down a job. It's like he's trying to speed run, turning his audience against him.
What happened this time?
Nothing. I was just distracted.
Okay, let me guess. By distracted, you mean you were just wasting your time on that phone again, right? And don't lie to me, because I can just go ahead and ask your boss.
Well, technically not my boss anymore.
What was that?
I don't know what you want me to say. I'm sorry that I'm not up to your standards, all right?
Look, I'm sorry, but if the standard is not being fired from 4 jobs in 1 year, then the bar is like at the center of our earth. It can't go any lower. I don't know if you can even really define that as a standard.
They're not just my standards.
Yeah, that's a thing I have to agree on. You know, I said, you know, I have a job and I'm grateful for it and everything. I really am. And you need to have your own standards, you know, like showing up on being professional, being presentable, you know, those are just basic life things you have to learn when you were growing up. But you know, and my workplace has a strict you can't have a phone on your policy. I mean, there are certain exceptions, like if you're expecting an emergency call or an important call, what my work would do, they have a clipboard that you can just put your phone on the clipboard. It's out in the open, so if you do need it, you can just get it right away. Those are some exceptions though, but in general, guys, put your phone in your lockers or your bag, you know, and then the chances of you getting fired because you're on your phone distracted are gonna go down drastically. So
you need to have some standards of your own. And can you just stop doing that just for 1 second? We need to talk about this.
I have to finish grating the cheese for the enchiladas, and it takes forever with this grater.
Mom, wait. I have something that can help.
We're not done talking yet.
Why do you have to be so hard on her?
Why are you grating the cheese while I'm talking?
I have to make the cheese for the enchiladas.
Here.
This single enchilada dinner is going to be cited as the main reason these two end up getting divorced. Why is there so much tension over the enchilada cheese?
Wow, that's incredible. Where did you find it?
On TikTok.
Of course you did.
I wish you had told me about this sooner. This is so cool.
Can we stop talking about the cheese for 1 second? Now, Sabrina, you got fired from your job. We need to start talking about that.
Dad, I don't know what you want me to do. I know I got fired from the restaurant and the babysitting job and H&M.
In La La Land.
Yes, the coffee shop too. But none of those jobs excited me. I wasn't passionate about any of them.
There are so many questions here that are just never going to be answered. First and foremost, why did this teenager buy a cheese grater? I think this kid is actually just addicted to shopping, and we're going to completely overlook that. But hey, that's to be expected from a Darman video. And then secondly, yeah, that's how working a job as a teenager goes. Unfortunately, that's how working a job for a lot of people who aren't teenagers goes. Very few people are able to work a job that they are super passionate and super excited about. I'm very fortunate to be one of those people. I love love my job. Of course, there are certain things you can do to work towards working a job like that, but when you're a teenager, yeah, you're gonna be working crappy jobs. When I was 16, I worked at Sonic, and I can promise you I'm not passionate about handing people large amounts of soda every day. There is definitely value in a message saying that you need to work towards doing the things you want to do in life because you'll end up being happier, but this video is not gonna give that message, and I mean at all.
You know what's more important than passion? Paying your bills. Now, I should have done this a long time ago. From now on, you're responsible for $500 of rent for every month.
What? Even if I was working, that'd be most of my paycheck.
That is very generous. $500 a month rent. The average rent in America is $1,700 roughly for 800. Let's just say 900 square foot apartment. 897 to be specific, but 900 square feet. That is very, very dirt cheap. I mean, you better be careful if you're living in that kind of neighborhood. But yeah, but that's very generous, and it would depend on where you live and depend on what your pay rate is. But you know, if you're not doing anything other than, you know, if you're not in school, then you can most definitely try to work up to full time. So it won't be most of your paycheck, maybe a good portion of it, sure, but if you work more, you'll make more. So just as a food for thought.
Good. This should teach you some responsibility instead of wasting your time and money on a stupid app.
Come on, Daniel, you're being so hard on her.
No, I'm not. When I was 16, I had my first job. Started paying rent when I was 18. She's 19.
Oh, okay. That changes my perception greatly, but not in a good way for Sabrina. Yeah, this is bad. If you are an adult and you're about to make your way into the world and you can't hold down a basic job, that's an issue. Like, I'm sorry, that is an issue. Unfortunately, we do have to work in this society. Yes, it would be great if we could all do whatever we wanted and get paid for it, but that's just not the way the world works. Maybe in 100 years we'll be living in a perfect society, but right now we are not. And yeah, if you're living at home for free and you're doing nothing with your day other than watching TikTok, you have an issue. And no, $500 a month is not most of your paycheck because you should just be working a full-time job if you're doing nothing else at 19. If you're going to college or some kind of school, okay, that's one thing. That's your job right now. But if you're sitting at home all day watching TikTok, that's not good. And guess what? R.A.Moreno is gonna say it is.
I don't know what to do. No place will hire me.
Just keep trying, okay? Don't stress about it.
How am I supposed to not stress when I literally have to pay $500 in rent? Yes, my NFC stickers finally came. What is it?
I seriously cannot believe this video is going to turn out the way it does. Are we just not going to talk at all about how this girl has a shopping addiction? Look at how many boxes are on the table. She is unemployed. R.A.Moreno, how do you think this is a good idea, genuinely? Like, of all the videos I've seen, this is the one that I'm really struggling here. How do you think this is a good message? How do you think this is a positive story? Seriously.
It's a huge spider. Grab me a tissue.
Relax, Mom. I have the perfect thing for this.
I would have busted a hole through the table. I don't care. I'll pay for a new table. I don't care. If I see a spider, pah, going right through it.
What is that?
It's a kappa bug. I found it on TikTok. This way we don't have to kill it.
Wow. I can't believe all the cool things you found on there.
Oh, check this one out. I was gonna order it next. And with TikTok...
Here's a thought. Twist it and pull it off. I would love to see Kabi Lum react to that. I would love to see him just pull the stem off.
Shop feature, you can buy it right through the video.
Is this a commercial? No, like actually, is this some sort of under-the-table sponsorship by TikTok? This reads like a terrible commercial. Look, mother, I'm about to make my 42nd purchase of a cheaply made drop-shipped item easily through TikTok's shop app. Download free on the App Store today.
Wow, that video has over 1 million views on it?
Yeah, this kind of content's really popular. A lot of people love product reviews.
Hey, how did the interviews go? Did you find a job yet?
Working on it. So far, no bites.
Well, I can't say that I'm surprised. I mean, who's gonna hire you when you're going from job to job? I mean, we're gonna assume that there's something wrong.
Apart from a few things, the dad has literally said nothing wrong in this entire video, and every time he speaks, sad, somber music comes on to indicate he's the villain. Like, no, jobs generally aren't gonna hire you if you're jumping from job to job every 2 months because they know there's a reason you're jumping from job to job every 2 months. Is he being a little rough? Sure, maybe, but at this point, if your kid's 19 and they still can't get a job, it's probably time for a bit of tough love.
My advice also I give to like friends or like, younger people is that I would say just like 6 months to a year. I think a good 6 months to a year, good time to like get a job or like keep a job. 6 months to a year, and then you'll build some kind of relationship. You'll build some kind of reputation. You'll save some money, hopefully. Make a bit of money, and yeah. So I think 6 months to a year is fair. 6 months, that's literally a little bit over a school semester to a year. It's a whole year. So, but yeah, that's what I think personally.
Please don't tell me that you bought some more stuff and you don't even have a job yet. I mean, are you even thinking when you're buying these things, or has that app completely melted your brain? I mean, you spend so much time on TikTok that I would think that you are getting paid, but instead you are blowing your money away.
Wait a sec. That video that you showed me that has over 1 million views on it, did that girl make money making it?
Honestly, probably not, because views on TikTok are worth next to nothing. Of all the social medias, if you're looking to make money, TikTok is not the route to go. However, if you're set on TikTok and you want to make some cash, I might have an idea for you. Have you ever heard of TikTok AI Live?
That is true. I've heard like, depending on the social media platform, out of them, maybe YouTube is the most profitable, because as long as you have a certain number of subscribers and a certain amount of watch hours, you can make pretty decent money on it. TikTok and Instagram and all these other apps, though, you have to have a consistent viewing, and even then, if you have a decent amount of followers, they can only pay like 20, maybe 40, $50, and that's just depending on the accumulating videos. So so it says if you want to do social media as a job, go right ahead, but you better have a backup job for it.
Probably. Lots of people make money on TikTok off of views, commissions.
Well, why don't you try it?
Oh, yeah, great. That's such a great idea. Why not have her spend so much more time on that thing?
Why do you care if this is her job? You just want her to earn money, right? So why not let her try this?
Probably because social media as a job is one of the hardest things to break into, and there's absolutely no job security. It's mostly based off luck and being in the right place at the right time. It's not far off saying you want to be a singer or an actor when you grow up. Sure, it's a good idea to have a passion, and it's definitely something you should work on in the background, but while you're working on something like that, you need to have a steady job you can rely on. Now, of course, this is a R.A.Moreno video, so she's gonna upload one TikTok and be contacted by Jeff Bezos himself, and he's going to give her half of his stock in Amazon on the one condition that she uploads one review video per month. But in reality, most people will spend years upon years upon years making content and uploading things onto the internet to never see it turn into a job. For reference, I uploaded my first YouTube video in 2009, and I didn't hit 1,000 subscribers until 2020. It's great to dream, but you have to dream realistically.
I don't know. I've never made videos before, and there's so many people reviewing products already.
She's right. She's not going to go anywhere with that.
Hey, let's be optimistic. Let me ask you a question. Are you passionate about TikTok?
Yeah, it's one of the only things I'm passionate about.
No offense, but that was the stupidest question I've ever heard anybody ask. Like, I love YouTube and all, but let's be realistic. The chances of me, I'm not saying it's impossible, but for me to even get up to 1,000 subscribers, it's going to take a long time. I don't know how long it's going to take, obviously, but who knows? Maybe the video might get lucky or might hit algorithms, but you just never know. All right. So if you're passionate about something, that's fine. Go right ahead and go follow it. Absolutely, go for it. But make sure you have a backup plan for your backup plan. Okay, whether that's actor, singer, or a social media star, whatever it is, that's fine. But make sure you have a backup for it.
Which is probably why it's never worked out at any of the other jobs.
Well, then I believe if you follow your passion, it will always lead to success.
Alright, so that's a great saying to use to help you sleep at night, but we all are aware that that is not true, correct? That's not to say you shouldn't follow your passion, because you should, but following your passion does not guarantee you success. I was following my passion for YouTube for years, and if it never took off like it did now, I'd still be happy with it because I just love making videos. So I was never banking on it, because something like this you can't. Just like you can't bank on your TikTok product review channel to take off. When I got to a point on YouTube where I could really turn it into a job, I was multiple years into a law degree. If your dreams are unfortunately unrealistic and are not achievable by following a certain path, like becoming a doctor for example, as long as you are capable and willing to do the things that you need to do to become a doctor, you're going to eventually become a doctor. If your dreams are instead mostly based off chance, you have to have a plan B. If your dream or your passion is to become a big TikToker, a big YouTuber, a famous singer, that's fine, follow it, but don't plan your life around it. You have to come to terms with the fact that it might not happen.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like I said, and August Duck said exactly. You know, so and like I said, you know, follow your dreams, follow your passion, do what you want. But you know, like my friend Ray, you know, the TikTok star, you know, he's you know, I love the guy now. You know, we became better friends over the years, over the year I met him. But and I told him, you know, hey, you know, I wish you the best of luck, but I hope you have a backup plan for your backup plan. And he's going balls to the wall. You know, he's making sure he's following it, and you know, and he's gotten a lot of success over the years. So I'm very proud of, very happy for him. So yeah, but hey Ray, if you're watching this, you know, shout out to you, bro. So, but guys, make sure you have as I said before, plan B through Z. You know, it's important, and I don't, you know, you don't want to be on the streets. So.
What if no one watches my video?
That's impossible.
I'll tell you from experience that it's not. You'd think with the planet and the internet being as big as it is that somebody would have to watch a video you uploaded. No, I have watched a video sit at 0 views for multiple days until I just got over it and I clicked on it. So no, that's definitely not impossible.
I know I'll be watching so I can learn about all the cool new products, and that's already 1 view right there. And I'll make your dad watch too.
Yeah, right. That's not happening.
He won't have a choice. I'll do it from his phone. So, what do you say? You can always try to get another job in a restaurant or...
I'll do it. Actually, I have a product to review right now. Let me go get it.
Alrighty, so now in classic Darman fashion, we are treated to a montage of Sabrina making a bunch of different product reviews. Of course, at first, it starts off very slowly, very modest, and then guess what? One of her videos manages to go viral, and she makes thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars doing nothing but uploading product reviews to TikTok. She becomes famous in 2 weeks and is making a ton of money. I'm not joking, that's actually what the montage is going to show you. I'm just going to save you the time.
All right. First of the month. You got the rent, or?
Have you not checked your Venmo? I sent it this morning.
No, I didn't get a notification. Oh, my phone must have died. I forgot to charge it last night.
Here, I'll show you.
$3,000, but that's...
Rent for the next 6 months? Yeah. I guess you can say the whole product review is going low.
You made all that from TikTok. Wow. I guess your mom was right. When you follow your passion, it does lead to success.
No, I think the saying actually goes, when you're in the Darman universe, your life is going to be a never-ending cycle of unrealistic scenarios. I think we can safely assume that in this situation, Sabrina is supposed to have made more than $3,000, but let's just say if she only made $3,000 in her first 2 weeks, what would that take? Well, TikTok pays about 2 cents per 1,000 views, so you divide 3,000 by 2 cents, you're gonna get 150,000 times that by 1,000 to see how many views you would need. That's 150 million views from nothing in 2 weeks. This is the message we're sending to children. If you get fired from your job, don't worry, you can start making TikTok videos and you'll be making $6,000 a month instantly. That's the Darman guarantee, baby. Well guys, what are your thoughts here? I understand to a point what Darman was trying to do with this video. I think it's a good idea to tell kids to follow their passion, but to say that you shouldn't have to do anything but follow your passion and everything's just gonna fall in your lap because you want it to, yeah, that is an extremely dangerous mindset for someone to grow up with. You cannot tell children that, Dardar. I know you know that. This is a bad one. If you enjoyed this video,
Yeah, and shout out to August and Doug. He's speaking a lot of facts there, and the thing is that like you know, I know I've said this multiple times, so I'm just gonna end it with this. Follow your passion, guys, and if you wanna be a singer, actor, model, fighter, athlete, you know, YouTube star, whatever it is, go right ahead, but make sure you have a backup for that, and you know, and make sure you have go to a school that even maybe not necessarily university, but you can go to a trade school. I mean, plumbers, truck drivers, maintenance guys, those guys make pretty decent money. I'll put up the statistics on how like how much they make. But guys, like, make sure you have a plan B through Z to make sure that you have at least some kind of income coming in, you know, or go back to school, whatever it is. Follow your dreams, follow your passion, but do what you got to do to also make it in life. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye. All right, so to finish up the video, so here's some of the trade jobs you can do. All you need is like a high school diploma and just the certification to let you know that, hey, I finished this classes to get certified. Plumber is probably the most common one, $56,000. I'm rounding these up. Electrician, 56, 57,000, give or take. Pipe fitter, steam fitter, 55,000. Civil engineer, 54,000. Heavy equipment mechanic, 55,000. Dental hygienist, about 77,000. Radiology tech, 62,000. Cardiovascular, 58, $59,000, give or take. Electronics or electrical engineering technician, $67,000. Industrial mechanic, 55,000. And that's just, guys, those are just a few. That's just a starting wage. And do your research, because I know some, you know, obviously where you live state to state is going to vary, but that's actually pretty good. I mean, I think the poverty line, now, for also depends how many people are in the household, but 55 grand, if let's exclude tax, the poverty line is 40 grand about. That's right at the poverty line. So you're making well above, a little bit well above the poverty line, and that's just starting wage. I've seen statistics for truck drivers, plumbers, electricians, these construction guys can make up to 100 to 120K a year, and that's of course after years of experience and getting into the business. So, but I would also say this: just check your options, do your research. If you want to go to college, go to college. If not, if you just want to work for a couple of years and try to get a trade job or follow your dreams, passion, that's fine. But know your risks and know your what you're signing up for. So that's all I gotta say. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.